Hi, this is Ronnie Bincer, the Hangout Helper. We just had a phenomenal Hangout on air talking about PageRank and Google Plus and what PageRank is and how that works with Google Plus. It took us about an hour to talk about that. Joshua Berg, Mark Traphagen, and myself. We realize you don't have that much time necessarily right now, so we are making a short summary version of what we talked about right here, so you can look through that. Hopefully you'll learn something, and it will encourage you to watch the remainder of the show. We'll see you later. Mark?
Well, I want to emphasize one thing again because I don't think people are really understanding this or getting this yet. It relates to why, another reason why Google Plus is such an amazing place and why it is, I think, I can say without qualification, the most valuable social network on the web. Because you can build this kind of authority, and because it is not just what you do. Because like in Facebook, okay, you're limited however Facebook authority works. It only works within Facebook, and you have to build it within Facebook.
Hmm.
Here, what you do anywhere on the web potentially is helping build the authority of your Google Plus profile. Once we understand what Joshua has brought to us, that essentially Google looks at profiles, pages, and communities like web pages. That means that links not just within Google Plus, but links anywhere on the web are helping to build that authority. So the better known that you get out there in the
Yes.
web, the more content that you're creating that's linked to your Google Plus profile, all these things are adding to
Quality
its authority.
content.
hmm
Okay, all right. So let me try to sum up from the bottom up. Okay, so my little thingy here, we talk about being social inside Google Plus and why it matters or who matters. If we're connected with people that have high authority or high page rank, and I'm not saying we game this, I'm just saying this is just sort of what happens along by just the things that we do, then when we interact with them, we might gain some level of juice, as it were, say, from them if they mention us in a tactical way by putting our name somehow in the beginning of a post. That's just one
Or
thing.
or
Mhm.
linking to us, sharing our, I think, sharing our
Sharing
content, all
content.
those things.
Mhm.
Okay.
hmm
So the concept of who you meet and who you interact with matters. So don't just meet anybody and everybody. I mean, it's still fine to do that, but you probably want to dig in, and this should just make sense logically anyways. Dig in for the people that are in the same area of topics that you are trying to establish yourself with. Those are the people you should try to interact with. Those are the people you want to try to garner favor from and help them if you can. So it
Yeah,
becomes a
experts in your own field. I
right.
think that's an
Okay.
important factor. Not to just go looking everywhere for the high page rank people.
Right. So when you're working on
They're
Google
not
Plus, don't
interested.
don't try to just get a bunch of people to follow you just for the sake of having a bigger number. It's better to try to find the people that you can interact with that are in your similar area of expertise.
If what you care about, and I want to say this quickly, I realize that not everybody cares about building authority, about the kind of authority that we're talking about. And I get that reaction from some people who say, like, why can't I just be on here to be social and hang out and have fun? I said, of course you can. Knock yourself out. What we're talking about, the tactics, strategies, the things we're talking about, are for those people that have a need or desire to, for whatever reason. It might be commercial or business. It might be to build a personal network. It might be because of a cause that you believe in, that you want to communicate and you want people to know about, whatever, that want to build that kind of authority.
Well, and
So
it also ties back to the idea that social is SEO nowadays. I mean, this is the sort of where
Yeah.
things have shifted.
Yes.
Okay, so yes,
Yeah,
it's
very
okay
much
to
so.
just be social in a social network, but if you're
we
Yeah.
trying
give,
to do marketing
yeah.
along with what you're socially doing, it does have value, and these are the little pressure points that we're
Yeah.
trying to talk to and
Think
address.
of it like the real world. Okay, I might have a choice tonight, Ronnie. And I'm trying to build a business, and I might be able to go to a movie tonight, or I could go to a networking event, an SEO networking event downtown Raleigh. I can go to the movie and have fun. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to get a lot more value for my business if I show up at the networking event and interact with people and get people to know and get in conversations and hand out my business cards. So, that's the choice. I can just hang out and have fun, and I do a little of that too on Google Plus. But if I'm about building a business, then I'm going to want to be concentrating on, like, who am I associating with? Who's getting to know me? Who am I getting to interact with me? Those things become crucially important.
I know 10 times more since I started the series, and I told someone
It,
a lot of the series is just me learning out loud when I was writing.
to
So,
just quickly communicate the tip that Joshua discovered, and I think this is one of the most phenomenal things that he's discovered in all the work that he's done, is that Google can rank your community not only for the community name, like the Google authorship community has a PR3, and I noticed just starting 2 weeks ago, if you type Google author rank in, my community comes up at the top of Google search. Okay, but here's the cool thing.
Hey, but wait, before you do that, because
Okay.
a lot of people are confused about this. Whenever Mark tests things, he does it in an incognito fashion. He does it in a signed out, so he's not using the search plus your world stuff. And
Right.
if you don't know what that is, we'll help you later. But
Okay, right. So these are incognito tests. So like basically across the world, all other things being equal, if somebody types in Google author rank, even if they don't use Google Plus, they never met me, they're going to see my Google authorship and author rank community at the top. Now here's the cool thing. Okay, this is what Joshua discovered. Each of the categories within your page is also treated like a web page, has PageRank, and Google combines together the name of the community with the name of a category that can be a keyword that ranks. So now, one of my categories is called How To. So if you type in Google Author Rank How To, that community comes up at the top of search. That category comes up. So how you name you actually can have some keyword thought in how you name the categories. They still need to be useful to real human beings,
right.
But they can be used in that way. That's an incredible insight.
Important. Being part of a valid, valuable community inside Google Plus is going to be beneficial to you as well. Not just being out on your own, promoting your own stuff and talking about things, but being part of a community.
Let's make that practical. Think about that. Somebody searches for Google Author Rank, which is a very hot keyword right now in Google. My community comes up at the top, first result. So they click on that. They see, oh, here's an awesome community. People talking all about that. There's experts here. Now, so they join that community. Now, you are somebody you're another person now, who posts regularly in that community, is really helpful and knows a lot and shows off your expertise. Now that person is going to follow you. They would never have met you otherwise. That's the power of ranking in Google search and how it translates into people within that community who don't even know this is happening to them. They're getting new followers. They're getting more influence. They're getting more authority because they're participating in that community that's ranking well in search.
Okay, so there's plenty more details, but we're right up on the hour. What I can do is suggest that you go look at the event that's holding this Hangout on Air. Inside there, we've got links to one of Mark's articles as well as all 5 of the articles that Joshua Berg wrote, and you should be able to read through that, and hopefully the information that we've talked about here in this Hangout on Air is going to tie in with the data that you read and then the comments that we can follow up on. So we got to end because we're up against the time, but this is the beginning, right? And this is some really interesting stuff. Hopefully you have a better understanding of what PageRank is about, how it's passing authority or search engine result capability from place to place and from person to person, and the fact that it's possible to do that inside Google Plus, in and out, all kinds of stuff. It's really hard to summarize in 1 minute. So there you have it. That was our quick summary. If you're interested in more and want to watch the whole thing, then go ahead and click right there. There's going to be an annotation link that you can click on. And also look in the description text, and that'll take you to the event that packaged this Hangout on Air, so you can see all the links that we refer to inside the show. Thanks for watching.